Alright folks, so in today's video we're going to be going over how I designed this neo-traditional snake forearm piece for an existing client, or returning client. I guess, all the clients exist. But anyway, you'll notice that what I'm doing here is, aside from that little snake head, I am thumbnailing in the body and the tree branch because this tattoo is going to be for a guy whose son was born this year, or is going to be born this year, Year of the Wood Snake. And so that's what this tattoo is about. I do get a little bit ahead of myself because I really like this cute little wood snake reference. And so you'll see me making that mistake of, before I've really fleshed things out, I just start drawing scales here, and yeah, that's not going to work out. You got to create a grid pattern. You got to see what's up. I realize that that's just going to be way too many lines. And so we all make those kind of mistakes. We all get ahead of ourselves. And so here we are. Here I am backing up and choosing a smarter path forward than just go for scales. Here I'm just adding some swoopy swoops, and you'll notice that while I am absolutely following the thumbnail of the outline here, right, I do end up making a few little edits here and there. Later on in the video, you'll see me actually bring the tail down, little things like that, right? Yep, exactly. That's probably where I'm bringing the tail down, but you don't actually notice, or maybe that happened earlier. I can't really remember. Now I am blocking in the belly scales. I like to add those little, whatever that red dot is there. I don't think there's a single creature in real life that has one of those, but you put them in dragons, you put them in whatever. It's kind of one of those traditional things that, again, you're going to find your own art styles, and whatever resonates with you, hopefully you'll find that clientele that also resonates with them as well. Now I am laying in the quote-unquote grid lines for the scale work that I'll be putting in later. And leaves, because you got to have neo-traditional leaves, right? I figure it just went well with the overall design. Here you'll notice that this straight line thing I don't really like, and so I bring it around to make it much more curved. You'll notice that I do that again here with this next upper set of leaves. Not these guys, but the ones I'm going to color in black. Yep, these four right here. And I do make them too flat as well. And yeah, so what I'm doing is, these little flat guys here, I'm going to round them out, and so that they actually go with the flow of the neck of the snake, or underbelly, whatever you want to call that. And so those four leaves and a couple of these other leaves, I'm already planning to do black as the background shading, so that, like these two here, they're going to be background black, even though they're in the foreground, and they help to create that, whatever that taper is that those two green arrows showed. I'm not really sure how to signify that, but it creates that directionality, right, where it's a little bit wider at top and then goes kind of down towards a triangle taper at the bottom there. Now, as I always say, because I keep everything on separate layers, now I'm going through and erasing the extra lines that I don't need, kind of guidelines, or really what I'm doing now is specifically cleaning up the scale pattern. But because, you're seeing all this flickery stuff, that's me searching through my layers, making sure everything looks all clean. That's why you saw me just drop out the thumbnail colors there. And then now I'm going to go through and just color everything out. I don't render all designs. The reason I'm rendering this design down is also to get good video content for you guys here on YouTube. If it was, a standard client, right, I would just send them the outline and let them know, what the color palette was going to be. But also, it was late at night and I was having a really fun time with this piece. And so, there you go, right? The kind of wood snake that I'm doing is a fun little brown wood snake, And so I'm sinking in brown here. I get rid of that black in the tail, and then I end up going for an orange to yellow gradient just because I think that looks really good. But you'll see that the yellow is really, really subtle on the outside, where it's really brown to orange, but there is that tiny bit of yellow you can see there on the outside of the design. Here, making sure to use the dark brown closest to the eye, right? So that the eye has something that can really pop out and make it just makes the eye stand out more up against the lips and these other things. It's just a really nice way to sink shading around the eye. You'll see that happen a lot with like tigers and that kind of thing, American traditional eagles. And so at the end there, I added a little bit of extra black into those leaves to just sink them around a little bit more. But that's it, folks. Those are the design choices I made for creating this piece. Thanks for sticking around. If you have any questions, do let me know. Hit me up. I love answering you guys' comments. It's super, super fun for me. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.